All right, you'll have to kind of pardon me because it's hot in here. It's hot. No, it's not super hot outside for Philadelphia summer, but it's hot enough that I need two fans blowing on me. So you'll have to pardon the fan sounds. But I wanted to do, I don't know how quick this is going to be, but I wanted to do a vlog because I wanted to kind of talk about the Backrooms because Kane Pixels series is still going on and I am still here for it. But I also discovered that I think there's a separate channel for his series called Async, and there's a lot of videos on Async, and I really want to make a massive playlist of both, but it's kind of hard because while Kane Pixels is in chronological order of the story, Async stuff is just out there and it's no chronological order. But I do believe it's important to the story that Kane Pixels is telling. So at some point I'm going to sit and watch everybody and figure out like where they all fit together and make a giant playlist, and this is going to be like yay. So yes, I am obsessed with the Backroom series by Kane Pixels. It is great. If you have not seen Async or Kane Pixels, what have you been doing with your life? It's nothing going on in the summer and the news is just dire. So why don't we not watch the news for a few hours and just watch Async / Kane or Kane Pixels talk about the Backrooms. So that got me interested in the whole lore that is the entire Backrooms. And I've been watching some guy named Brugly talk about the Backrooms. And he doesn't focus on the lore of the Backrooms via Kane Pixel, because that's kind of like fan fiction for the Backrooms. There's a whole lore for the Backrooms, and the Backrooms lore is extensive and amazing, and it's like 11 bazillion different levels, and like some of the levels are more horrifying than others, like level fun. In the new Kane Pixel video, they showed like a train, and I'm like, I don't know why there's a train in these Backrooms, because you're going to end up getting off on level fun, and that's not good. That's not good for anybody involved. So if you don't know what level fun is a trap. Basically, you getting trapped on level fun, and you probably gonna get like annihilated by one of the party goers. That's not a good situation. So yeah, don't go to level fun. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Or you're gonna get caught in like the follower of Jerry situation with that bird that be like brainwashing people. So I like the Backrooms lore. So I'm going to give you my little theory, and I talked about this a little bit on my live journal. And yes, I still use live journal. Shut up. I'm an old woman. I'm allowed to still use antiquated websites that nobody goes to anymore. I am allowed to do that because I am old, and I have had that live journal for like almost 20 years, if not 20 years. I think it's been 20. Oh, Jesus, it's been 20 years. Whew, let's not talk about that. So I talked about this because I am a little gun shy about posting stuff on Backrooms forums. Even though I'm on the Backrooms Reddit, I haven't joined the Wikidot for it because it's a lot. And I haven't joined the other thing, I forget what it's called. There's two like main Backrooms like informational sites. The Wikidot is the primary one, and there's a secondary one. I don't remember the name of it, but I haven't joined those because I don't want to get my ass chewed off by a bunch of people. They're like, no, that's not how it is. So, but I'm still going to share with you my theory on the Backrooms. So bear with me. So, I'm not particularly religious. Even though I kind of watch a lot of atheist programming, I'm not an atheist either. I'm just not religious. I have like a basis of religion that's kind of steeped in like new age, hippy dippy, kind of like new agey Aquarius, because I'm an Aquarius, so Aquarian like zodiac nonsense. So I have that going. But in spirituality, it is said that before you're born, when you're in what I call eternity, that you choose your life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, the days you just sit on the couch staring at a wall. You chose that before you were born. And basically, you present you present whatever that is, that life plan, to the divine creator, and y'all might know him as God, but you present that to the divine creator, and the divine creator is either like, I need you to rewrite this doctoral thesis, or he stamps it like, okay, you get to go, but you're not going to remember none of this, so don't come crying to me when stuff blows up in your face. I will preface the idea of that you choose your life with, in spirituality, while you choose the things that happen to you, you can do what I call going off book. I don't recommend going off book. I have gone off book a lot in my life, and going off book is never good. Going off book will set you back years, and that's fine when you're in your teens and in your 20s, maybe in your early 30s. I go off book now, I ain't got 10 years to rebuild, so, or like 4 or 5 years to get it together. I don't have that kind of time. So how about we not go off book and we just stay on the darn book, because I don't feel like dealing with it. So yes, you can go, while you choose your life, you can go off book. I just do not recommend ever going off book. Like, it's nice for a detour, and there is like a value to be learned, but no. So how this goes with the back rooms is, most people think the back rooms is what happens when you die. You know, when you die, you no clip in the level 0 of the back rooms. I posit that it's not what happens when you die. It's what happens before you're born. So when you're doing your doctoral life thesis for the divine creator, you actually have to go through the back rooms and all the creepy entities, like the party goers, smilers, death moths, all those horrible things are like kind of like the stand-ins for the things that you'll have to face, and like the bad things that you'll have to face in your life. Like smilers hang out in dark spaces. You could have a debilitating fear of the dark. Party goers could just be like something bad happens to you at, you're hanging out with the wrong crowd and you get into a situation at a party. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a theory here. I forget what the hell death moths are, so I guess, like, I don't know, some moth is going to eat your clothes and it's going to mess you up one day. I don't know. So, because I forget what death moths do. I do know male death moths are dangerous, but not too dangerous. Female death moths are real bad. Like, stay away from them joints. But that is my theory on the back rooms. That the back rooms aren't what happened when you die. The back rooms are what happens to you before you're born, and they are the physical, or not the physical, but they're a manifestation of the trials and tribulations you have to go through in your life. Also, with that, damn, I just had it and I lost it. The physical manifestation. Oh, well, why are the physics all weird? Again, this is before you're born. You don't really know like the physics of the world yet. And then like, well, why are you seeing stuff from like the past? Because some boards look like rooms from like the 1800s or like the 50s or whatever. And I'm like, that's your past lives like manifesting themselves in the back rooms, and that's how you see that. So it's an interesting theory that I conjured up. It's probably not correct, but I do like that theory better than like, oh, it's what happens when you die. I like it better that it's what happens before you're born, because I can see both, but I like my theory better because I came up with it. So with that being said, I'm going to tell y'all a true tale of somebody who actually no-clipped. We don't know where the hell they no-clipped to, but somebody, and you just thought that was a backrooms thing or a bad video game thing where people just glitch out of existence. Oh, no. No clipping has actually happened in the real world, in real life, and I'm going to tell you the story of this man in Selma, Alabama, who freaking no-clipped actually out of existence, and it is messed up. And I heard this story on a channel called Obscure Oddities or Obsolete Oddities. That's what the name of the channel is. And he covered the story, and I'm like, somebody actually no-clipped into the back rooms. Oh my god. So, okay. So, this happened to a man named Orion Wilson, like I said, in 1854 in Selma, Alabama. So, basically, he was a farmer who lived on his farm, and he was chilling on his porch one day with his wife and his kid, and probably had some straw in his mouth and was probably just kicking back. So what happened was, on a hot July afternoon, Orion and his family were sitting on their porch watching the horses graze in a pasture. The pasture is important to this. After a while, Orion stood up and said, I forgot to tell Andrew about those horses. Andrew was the manager of their farm, the Williamson farm. His name is Orion Williamson. It was his farm. He's like, I gotta go tell Andrew. Let me go deal with this. Mrs. Williamson watched her husband step off the porch and started walking across the field toward the horses. He stopped a moment, picked up a stick that he played with in his hand as he continued to walk. A neighbor, Armour Wren, and his son James were passing by in the field on their buggy, and they waved to Orion. Orion waved his hand and took a step and vanished. Literally, this man no-clipped. For real. Like, not even playing. This was a situation that happened in real life in 1854. This man literally just no-clips. Everyone saw it. Mrs. Williamson, his child, Mr. Wren, and James were just like, their minds were blasted. I think if I saw somebody literally, and it wasn't like some David Blaine-ness going on, I think I'd be like, what the hell what happened? What just happened? I don't know what happened. But, yep, dude just no-clipped. They all ran from the opposite sides of the field to meet at the spot where Orion disappeared, aka no-clipped. After searching for hours, they went for help. Hundreds of people came with the search. They searched every inch of the area. They called in geologists, this article is saying. They looked for holes. They looked for like what's they called? Sinkholes. They looked for caves. They looked for depressions. They looked for anything to explain how this man literally no-clipped out of existence. They never found anything, ever. They never found this man. He just literally no-clipped. So, for 2 weeks following the incident, Mrs. Williamson and her child heard Orion's voice calling them from the spot in the field, and they started sleeping at that location until the voice grew weaker, fading into a whisper, and then disappearing entirely. I don't even know. So journalists came through. They were all trying to figure out what happened, but nobody could ever figure it out. And then people started saying people were no clipping. It was just that one man, because all the other stories of no clipping, nobody ever like heard about it or had like a corroborating story about it. But that poor man no clipped. I don't know if he ended up in like the back rooms, but something bad happened to him that he no-clipped, and I don't even know, and they never found him. He just disappeared. He no-clipped out of existence. Didn't think that was a real thing till I saw that, till they Oddities dude covered it, and then I saw a couple of articles, and I was like, wow. The messed up part was, and they talk about it in this article, and I guess I'll post links, is there was, what did it say? There was a circle of dead grass. Hang on. Where is that part? No, hold up. Yeah. Wait a second. In the following spring, a circle of dead grass marked the terrible place where Orion vanished from existence. Careful where you walk. You might just no-clip into the back rooms. So, I just had to share those things, and that is all I have for now. So I hope you enjoyed the true tale of no clipping and my little theory on the back rooms. Go watch Kane Pixels and Async if you haven't seen it. Again, there's nothing going on. Go watch it. You're not doing anything. You're sitting right here looking at me. You need to go watch that because it's much better production. So until next time, later.